I'm Josh Schroeder. This month on Nail the Mix, I will be mixing Tala's Overconfidence and King 810's Alpha and Omega.
Bitch, I am the powers that be. I am Christ crucified on the T.
For King 810's Alpha and Omega, it was one of the first times David and I had written together, and it was originally commissioned as a Logan's Roadhouse jingle. I am the Alpha, Alpha being like an appetizer, like a crispy crab cake, and the Omega being like the dessert, like a margarita cheesecake, and just kind of like a whole meal, the whole thing. It's very appetizing.
Cover your skin 'cause the blowing wind hurts.
When we pitched it to them, it wasn't what they wanted. It got rejected, and we were devastated. I was really devastated. David didn't seem to care, but I was extremely devastated. And there was something wrong with the lyrics. I thought maybe there's something we can look at in the lyrics to revise, or maybe there's an answer in there.
The talent I have, I paid for in blood. Bitch, I am the power.
So I looked at, I am the powers that be. I'm Christ crucified on the T, and I was thinking to myself, oh, this doesn't suit. What it does make me think about is a Bible verse where Jesus performed a miracle, where he had a small basket of bread and fed an entire crowd. And I thought, oh, yeah, it's unlimited breadsticks from Olive Garden. So then I decided to repackage it and send it to Olive Garden, but they rejected it too, and I just didn't know what was wrong. So I threw some R-bass, the kick. I ran the DIs through the Neve and an SSL. I put JST on the little Parmesan shakers that we added to the chorus. But I don't really understand why they didn't. I thought it was perfect, but Overconfidence is a phenomenal track from Tala. Firstly, because it's a showpiece for Justin's influences, those being Disney villains. And as an atypical influence, the challenge for me as the engineer was to find the right gear to capture the sound. So this microphone right here, atypical, but it really does capture that kind of sound that Justin was going for. Yeah, large diaphragm condenser, pretty sturdy. To get that really up close and personal sound on Max's drums, I decided to fasten the drum microphones directly to the drum heads themselves. It's unconventional and really expensive because you have to replace the drum mics, every 2 to 3 minutes, but I think it was worth every penny.
It don't take much, just a pinch of resistance.
The bass sound is very gargantuan on this album, and that's part and thanks to the dozens and dozens of Metal Zone pedals that we just daisy-chained together. But the real secret is not using a conventional cable. You can't fit a lot of bass through here, so I use a much thicker cable, which allows so much more bass to come through, and you can really hear it on the record. For Derek's guitar tone on Overconfidence, we decided to do something a little atypical, which is to flip the phase right from the start. So, black pick, white pick, phase inverted. So, from there, out of the guitar, we inverted the phase from the patch cable into the DI box, and then I flipped the phase again, going into the Kemper. And then from there, I flipped the phase going from the Kemper back into Reaper. And then on the guitar bus, I flipped the phase once more. And then after everything was done and all the guitars, everything was mixed and mastered, I flipped the phase of the entire master. And it just really gives it that sound.
Just let me
Not familiar with Nail the Mix? Here's how it works. At the beginning of every month, you'll download the original raw multi-track session for a new song, so you can drop it into your DAW and learn by mixing it from scratch. At the end of the month, you'll watch the streaming mix session where I'll mix the song from start to finish, explain how I did it on the album, and answer your questions live on the air. You can also submit your mix to the monthly mixing competition where the top voted entry will win prizes by Leeward Audio, Mercurial, Perfect Drums, Sonarworks, PSP Audioware, Impact Studios, Bogren Digital, Rogue Planet Mastering, Joey Sturgis Tones, Drum Forge, and more.